Well, welcome to the 700 Club. A heated exchange erupted in Congress yesterday. A medical doctor refused to answer the question, can men get pregnant?
This happened during a hearing about the safety of the abortion pill and efforts to limit its distribution. CBN medical reporter Lori Johnson has the details.
The Senate Health Committee heard testimony from an abortion doctor who said mifepristone is safe and effective. Her credibility came into question when she refused to answer Senator Josh Hawley's basic question.
Can men get pregnant? You're a doctor, I think.
Science and evidence should guide medicine.
Do science and evidence tell us that men can get pregnant? Biological men, can they get pregnant?
I also think yes/no questions like this are a political tool.
No, yes/no questions are about the truth, doctor. Let's not make a mockery of this proceeding.
Another physician testified mifepristone can be dangerous, especially to women who get it in the mail.
The different risks that are associated are bleeding, infection, hemorrhage, need for transfusion, and perforation.
Louisiana's Attorney General said the drug's by-mail access circumvents states' abortion bans.
After Dobbs, the Biden FDA promptly announced that it would remove the in-person dispensing requirement for abortion pills, thereby authorizing mifepristone to be shipped nationwide by mail.
Pro-life leaders want the Trump administration to suspend distribution of the drug until its risks can be further studied and to reinstate mandatory in-person doctor visits.
The American people can and should weigh in on this, and they can make their voices heard by texting LIFE to 67742 and signing the petition calling on the FDA to act.
Lori Johnson, CBN News.
Well, if you want to let your voice be heard, it's real simple. Just go to cbnnews.com. We'll tell you how you can sign on to that petition. In other news, the war between the Iranian regime and millions of protesters stands at a pivotal moment. Both sides are watching to see if America will intervene. Chris Mitchell reports.
One day after he encouraged Iranians to keep protesting, President Trump said he's been told the killings have stopped.
We have been informed by very important sources on the other side, and they've said the killing has stopped and the executions won't take place. There was supposed to be a lot of executions today, and that the executions won't take place, and we're going to find out.
Iran's foreign minister told Fox News there are no plans for executions, and there's been no protests for several days. Others tell a different story. Iranian-born activist Goli Gamari tells CBN News the protests have come to a breaking point.
So it really is now or never, because what Iranians are saying is that if we do not overthrow the regime, then every single person who has been slaughtered these last few days, it will all have been in vain.
Iranian rapper Miraj Tehrani managed to escape the country. In tears, he described what he saw and pleaded for help. One forensic doctor says the wounds from many of those killed indicate snipers from a high elevation. Throughout the region, preparations are underway for a potential confrontation between the U.S. and Iran. Some U.S. personnel have been told to leave the U.S. base in Qatar, and a U.S. carrier strike group is on its way to the Middle East. And here in Israel, the country is preparing for a possible Iranian retaliation if the U.S. attacks. Chris Mitchell, CBN News, Jerusalem.
I think the key to this time, and how many revolutions can Iran go through before the military starts to wake up, that the leadership that they're following is misleading them. The Iranian people are not hardcore Islamist revolutionaries. They're certainly not terrorists that want to inflict damage on Israel or on the United States. That's not their goal at all. They want to have a hope. They want to have a future. They want to have opportunity. And most importantly, they want freedom. And I've said it so many times, and I'll say it again, it would be an absolute game changer for the Middle East if this regime didn't exist anymore. They're the #1 sponsor of terror in the world. They're the financial backer of Hezbollah. They're the financial backer of Hamas. They're the financial backer of the Houthis. They're the manufacturer of the weapons and the drones and the missiles and everything else. On top of all of that, they've been trying to develop a nuclear weapon for decades. And they were almost there until we intervened. Wouldn't it be great if that regime were over and we could actually trust the Iranian government? I don't trust anything they say. I don't trust any attempt at negotiation with them. What they do is absolutely horrific, and the reports are similar to reports from previous revolutions in Iran. They unleash snipers. They put snipers on buildings, and the snipers then, in turn, target key protesters. They target teenagers in order to stop the protest. And I just can't imagine a soldier sighting in on an unarmed civilian and saying, I'm going to kill you. But that's what's happening. Every successful revolution has always needed someone in the military to break with the government. Let's hope and let's pray that that can happen here and happen very quickly. Thousands of lives have been lost, and the whole population of Iran is groaning to be released from this horrible government.